that guy did at 6'1" in a league full of guys that are obviously a lot bigger than him. He's 6 feet, 170 pounds. I mean, put that into perspective. What if he had to go against a guy like Magic Johnson, who's 6'9", like 230? I
Oh,
mean,
he'd
just think
probably
about
get dog dookie trash canned on, honestly.
exactly. And now,
But
Timmy,
like Griff.
what?
You look at a bunch of players these days. They're like what, 6 foot? Who's the shortest player now?
On today, it is.
Yeah, he's got to be really short. Like you don't like you compare point guards back then and point guards now.
Let me look it up. Shortest point guard. I know. Oh, is it Chris Paul? Maybe.
It's got to be.
Guard. Boom, 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 boom.
And then you compare somebody like Chris Paul and
Yeah.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah, it's Timmy. It's Kay Felder for the Pistons. 5'9".
Yeah, you compare 5'9" and how tall was Magic? 6'9".
6'9".
Yeah.
Yeah,
Compare that now.
it's
Like,
unreal.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's unreal. Next up, Timmy, we have who I think is undisputedly the greatest player of all time. Does he, this guy? Besides, I mean, you even kids don't know who he is. Wear his clothes, Timmy.
Oh yeah.
Michael Jordan.
He's easily better than Braun.
Oh, not even my perspective. It's not close. Obviously, we know him as MJ because it's just iconic. I mean, he is just the definition of an icon. I love Michael Jordan. He is my favorite player of all time. Actually, no, he's not. But like, I think he's the greatest player of all time. I mean, he is 6-time NBA champion, 3-time MVP. I mean, he's just incredible. I can't even put words into definition of how good this guy was. Let me see. I gotta look up the exact number of points he had in this one game. All right, Timmy. I already listed off some of his accolades. Can I list off all of them for you?
Yes.
6-time Finals MVP. I was wrong. 5-time MVP. 10-time NBA All-Star Game MVP. 10-time All-NBA First Team. NBA Defensive Player of the Year. 9-time All-NBA First Team. Defensive First Team. Rookie of the Year. All-Rookie First Team. Scoring Champ. 87, 93, 96, 98. 3-time Steals Leader. 2-time Dunk Championship. 3-time AP Athlete of the Year. That is unbelievable. I don't know if there's an athlete in sports besides, I mean, I just think of the core three, baseball, basketball, and football, who really has stats like that besides maybe Tom Brady with 7 championships and Bill Russell with 11.
Oh yeah.
But none of them, I'm just going to talk in basketball terms, no one has ever been as dominant as Michael Jordan was in his time of playing.
Oh,
No question. No question, no one's close. And the fact that people like to argue with me that LeBron is better, it really just...
When I hear that LeBron is better than MJ, or when I hear somebody say that, I get that.
I do too. I mean, you really just have to go into like the stats of it all, because you can say one's better than each other by just watching them, right? But sometimes you do have to just go into stats and look. Stats don't say everything, but sometimes they do. And it's just uncanny. Oh, there's people on me. Travis Scott. Got him. Got one. There's another one. I'm dead. I mean, you just can't. There's nothing gets better than all my book talked about. And in the second half of this, we're going to be talking about our 3 favorite players of all time and like what they mean to the sport of basketball to us, Timmy, all right? And I'm going to go first. So basketball for me, I really fell in love around 5th and 6th grade, and I think that was the same time we kind of both did, you know? Both got really big into basketball. So my three players all have a very, very special place in my heart, and why I love the sport to this day. My first player is Vince Carter. I mean, you know this. He is my favorite of all time. You can ask my 5th grade teacher. I did countless things on him my 5th grade year. I mean, I was obsessed with the guy. He's the reason I love the Raptors to this day. The thing that got me hooked is when you're 5 years old and you look up best dunks, I mean, he's right there. He's maybe the first guy that pops up. He just made the sport look just fun. He made it look like it was just all fun. And that's what I loved about it. I mean, you really just made me like the sport. You made it like more fun for me to watch. And if basketball's a thing, once you get into it, it's really hard to like stop liking it, honestly. Unless there's just something that you really do not like. Uh-oh. I'm gonna wait. I'll stop talking for a second. Come on, Timmy. Come on, Timmy. Oh, you're about to get Fortnite burgered. He is just, I don't know, there's nothing better than VC number 15. Love him forever. Still my favorite player to ever play the game, besides Shaq. My second player, Timmy.
I can't build.
Alright, my second player might come to you as a surprise. Dennis Rodman.
No, that's not surprising, honestly.
I absolutely love Dennis Rodman. I love his style of play. I love his hustle. Off the court, very questionable guy. Loved him on the court. He is the definition of hustle, rebound, and just don't complain and go. I love it. I love him, and without him, the Bulls would not have won 6. I'll just say that.
Oh, no. I mean, his injury really costed him a lot, though, if you think about it.
What injury?
You know?
Shut up, Timmy. Shut up. Alright, and my last player, you definitely didn't know this. My favorite point guard of all time, Rajon Rondo.
No way.
I love Rondo, man. I absolutely loved him. He threw the nastiest passes. He was the kind of guy, if you didn't have him on your team, that you hated him.
Oh, yeah.
But I always really respected him because he wasn't an elite defender. He was a good defender, and he was a great offensive player. He wasn't a great scorer, but a great offensive player. I mean, these are my top 3, so I mean, let's get into your top 3, Timmy. What do you got for us?
All right. Some people are probably gonna be mad about this.
I know Steph Curry's in here. I know Steph Curry's in here.
Their favorite player, Steph Curry.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Have to have him.
Yep.
He's insane.
Oh, I mean,
Best
absolutely.
Shooter.
Best shooter of all
Best
time.
shooter, guaranteed.
Yep.
And he's so small compared to everybody else, but he can still put up a good, fight, you know?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I mean, my favorite thing about him, probably when he threw his mouth guard at that lady.
Oh, Steph. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You know, the thing, my take on Steph Curry, absolute phenomenal shooter, the best of all time. The only thing I don't like about him, you know, besides, I'm not going to get into it, but besides, like, his defense, I really don't like his defense at all. He's not a good defender. That's the only thing I got on. That's the only thing I have on Steph Curry. Besides that, absolutely love the guy, and let's hear your second player.
My second favorite player?
Well, I got a combat. Well, I know you're big on KD.
I am big on KD, but I don't know if he's in the top.
Really? Well, let's hear one.
I really have to think about this.
Alright.
Kobe. The helicopter expert, honestly.
Timmy.
You know?
Alright, yeah.
One of my favorite. I mean, he was honestly just cracked at basketball.
Yeah, rest in peace, the Mamba. Rest in peace.
I mean,
what did you think of him and Shaq?
Half of the games I thought he'd be on heroin if you looked at him. He'd do that stuff like Shot fake, throw it off the blast.
Yeah, no,
Pass to
that's,
the corner, mid-air.
I
Just
laugh, but it's
insane.
true. It's definitely true. I mean, I don't think there'll ever be a player like Kobe again.
No.
He's the definition of just a hard worker, and he'll bust your ass on any given play.
Oh yeah.
He's one of those guys.
Insane defense.
Very good defender. Very good defender. Oh, big
Good at
pot.
shooting. Very
Yep.
good at shooting.
Yeah, he was a good shooter, for
He
sure.
probably put in the most work for an NBA player, honestly.
Yep. I mean,
That's,
you got to put that
that's
in there.
one
Is
of my
his
favorite
worth,
things.
his work ethic, really, is what the deciding factor was between him and a guy like Jeremy Lin. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
That he was the definition of how you drew a line on players.
Oh yeah.
And you know, rest in peace to him and his daughter Gigi. It's a very bad, horrible thing that happened. Unfortunate. Already 2 years. Almost already 2 years.
You know, as they say, Griff, you do win some, you do lose some at the end of the day.
Yep. You sure do, Timmy. Let's hear your third player. Your third and final
first
player.
player?
No, your
It's
third.
my first player.
Oh, your first player. Your first player. That's alright.
Third was Steph.
Yep.
Second was Kobe.
Yep. Let's hear this
First.
last one.
Oh.
My number 4, though, I have to say, I'm sorry to interrupt, is Shaquille O'Neal. Love Shaq. He's
Oh,
very
yeah.
dominant. So I just had to interrupt and just acknowledge Shaq there.
My favorite player of all time. Oh, this is honestly a really tough one.
It is a hard one.
You know, as Mary would say. Probably. I don't know, dude.
Gotta pick one, man.
There's just so many good players that I like. Literally would have sex with.
Timmy. Gosh. He
Um,
doesn't mean that, guys.
It's
Or
gotta
Shay.
be between MJ and honestly KD. If I think of
Alright,
it.
pick one. Pick one. You gotta pick one.
Oh shoot. I'm gonna have to go with.
Michael Jeffrey?
I am. Can I pick them both as my number one?
Yeah, you can pick them both. You gotta give me reasons why you like both of them so much, though.
Kate. We'll start off with KD. All right.
Yeah. Well, what isn't there to say about that guy? 7 foot and can do anything.
Oh, he kind of reminds me of Magic.
Yeah, he does.
A teeny bit.
Oh, for sure.
He can do anything.
Oh, 100%.
Pretty good dunker.
Oh yeah,
Good
Very
good
good.
shooter.
very good.
I mean, he is the size of a toothpick though. That's one thing bad
I mean,
about him.
he really doesn't have much weight to put on him.
No, not at all.
I got some minis for you. And I got Chug Splash. And let's hear about Jordan.
Jordan. What's there not said about Jordan, Griff?
You know, Timmy,
He's
that is true.
greatest player of all time. Easily.
Yep.
Just insane.
I mean,
He is kind of cocky, or he was.
you know, he was cocky. Ah, he was cocky, but Timmy, you know what? He made up for every ounce that he talked.
Oh yeah. He was able to talk cocky.
Oh, 100%. I just cracked this guy for 100 too. I mean, what isn't there to like about Jordan, Timmy? Man, I think that's
Honestly-
gonna conclude it for our interview, Timmy. Thank you for coming on. And
yeah.
let's catch a dub here.
Pleasure to have you.
Ah, that was a pleasure, Timmy. Thank you.